Have you ever entered a room and sensed an invisible shift in the air, a quiet ripple moving through the space before you've spoken a single word? That's no accident. There's a part of you that arrives before your body does, an unseen force that vibrates through the atmosphere. This is your energy, your aura, a living, breathing extension of who you are. It's not something you do, it's something you are. Carl Jung once wrote, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." And this alignment, the marriage of ego and essence, is where your aura takes root. When you stand in that congruence, your energy becomes palpable. For some, it's magnetic. For others, it's unsettling. Because your light, without intention, can illuminate the shadows people work so hard to hide. Across cultures and centuries, stories have echoed of those whose presence defies explanation. The healer who quiets a room with a glance, the leader who disarms chaos with stillness, the stranger who walks into a crowd and, for a heartbeat, suspends time. What binds these figures isn't charm or charisma, it's coherence. An inner harmony so potent it radiates outward, rearranging the energy of every space they enter. You might not see it, but you feel it, like a scent lingering in the air, stirring memories, unsettling doubts, or awakening dormant truths. Jung called this phenomenon the self, the nucleus of the psyche where contradictions dissolve into wholeness. And when you embody that wholeness, your aura becomes a mirror. Some will gaze into it and see their own potential. Others will look away, startled by reflections they're not ready to face. Let's begin with the first sign. Your presence leaves an imprint long after you've gone. You've felt it. The way conversations pause when you enter, the way eyes follow you even when you're silent. It's not about looks or status. It's the quiet hum of your energy, the unspoken weight of your being. Jung observed, the pendulum of the mind oscillates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. Your aura operates in that liminal space. It bypasses logic and speaks directly to the unconscious. People might say, "There's just something about you," unable to articulate the pull they feel. That something is your authenticity, the alignment of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. The more you strip away pretense, the sharper your energy becomes. Like a tuning fork, you vibrate at a frequency that stirs everything around you. This brings us to the second sign. You evoke strong, unpredictable reactions. Not everyone will welcome your energy. Some will idolize you, others will resent you. A colleague might shut down mid-conversation. A stranger might confess their deepest fears. Your aura doesn't discriminate, it amplifies what's already there. Jung's concept of the shadow explains this perfectly. Everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is. When you walk into a room with unapologetic clarity, you threaten the masks others wear. Your presence whispers, "You could be this free too," and that terrifies those still clinging to illusions. But here's the paradox. The same energy that triggers fear in some becomes a lifeline for others. You're not responsible for their reactions, only your integrity. The third sign. Animals, children, and nature gravitate toward you. Watch how a stray dog relaxes in your presence, how a toddler hands you their favorite toy without hesitation. These beings don't care about your job or your past. They read your energy. Animals sense incongruence instantly. A horse will spook at hidden tension. A cat will curl up on the lap of someone at peace. Jung noted, "In all chaos there is a cosmos, in all disorder a secret order." Creatures attuned to nature's rhythms recognize that order in you. It's why hikes feel like communion, why rain on your skin stirs something primal. Your aura bridges the human and the instinctual. You carry the quiet strength of forests and the honesty of open skies. Fourth, you intimidate without trying. You've seen it. The stiffened postures, the forced laughter, the subtle shifts when you speak your truth. It's not arrogance they're reacting to, it's resonance. Your energy vibrates at a pitch that shatters facades. Think of a candle flame in a dark room. Its mere existence exposes the shadows. Jung wrote, "People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls." Your aura forces that confrontation. You don't need to argue or persuade. Your wholeness is the argument. And in a world addicted to hiding, that's revolutionary. Fifth, you alter the atmosphere of spaces. Rooms warm when you enter. Tensions dissolve. Even cluttered offices feel lighter. This isn't magic, it's physics. Energy fields interact. Your coherence disrupts dissonance. Imagine dropping a still stone into turbulent water. The ripples calm the chaos. Jungian psychology speaks of participation mystique, the unconscious merging of individual and environment. Your aura does this instinctively. You don't just occupy space, you transform it. A crowded party, a tense meeting, a hospital hallway. Your energy whispers, breathe. It's safe here. The sixth sign is your razor-sharp intuition. You sense lies before they're spoken. You feel grief in a friend's laughter. Jung called intuition perception via the unconscious, a direct line to truths the mind can't grasp. Your aura fine-tunes this gift. It's why you know not to trust that smiling stranger, why you cancel plans before the storm hits. Doubters call it coincidence, but you know better. Your body is an antenna, picking up frequencies others ignore. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart, Jung wrote. The clearer your energy, the more the world reveals its secrets. The seventh sign your aura is undeniably potent. Small talk feels like a slow suffocation. You've sat through conversations about weather forecasts and traffic jams, nodding politely while something in you withers. It's not disdain. It's your energy rejecting emptiness. Superficial chatter drains you because your aura craves substance. Jung observed, loneliness does not come from having no people around you, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to you. Your presence demands presence. You don't need profound debates, just truth. A shared glance that says more than paragraphs, a silence that holds more than platitudes. This aversion to masks isn't elitism, it's alignment. Your energy refuses to waste itself on what doesn't matter. And in a world drowning in noise, that makes you a lighthouse, a beacon for those tired of swimming in shallow waters. Eighth, you become a canvas for others' projections. Admiration, envy, distrust, they paint you with colors you never chose. A coworker labels you intimidating because your confidence highlights their insecurities. A stranger idealizes you as their savior because your calm mirrors the peace they crave. This isn't about you, it's about the shadows they haven't met. Your aura, clear as a mountain spring, reflects back everything they've buried. Jung wrote, "The unconscious has 1,000 ways of snaring its prey." You're the mirror they can't avoid. Some will shatter it, others will finally see themselves. Either way, your role isn't to manage their reactions, it's to stay rooted in your truth. Ninth, your silences hold galaxies. You know the power of a pause, the way an unspoken truth can reshape a room. People lean in when you're quiet, straining to hear what you aren't saying. Your energy doesn't need words to communicate. It hums in the gaps, speaking a language older than speech. Jung noted, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." Your silence is that awakening. It's not avoidance, it's reverence. A sacred space where truths rise like dawn. Loud voices demand attention, but your quietude commands respect. You've learned that stillness isn't empty, it's alive. A fertile void where transformation begins. 10th, strangers hand you their secrets like loose change. The The barista shares her divorce. The taxi driver confesses his childhood fear of storms. Your aura emits a frequency that says, "You're safe here." No judgment, no agenda, just space. Jung called this holding the tension of opposites, the ability to contain contradictions without collapsing. Your energy does this effortlessly. You don't pry or prod, you receive. And in a fractured world, that receptivity is radical. People sense they won't be fixed or dismissed, just heard. Your aura becomes a confessional, a sanctuary where masks dissolve. It's not about you being special. It's about you being steady. A tree in a hurricane, unshaken by the storms others carry. 11th, your freedom terrifies the shackled. You live by an inner compass, not external approval. You leave toxic jobs, speak hard truths, wear joy unapologetically. And those still chained to fear, they resent you for it. Your liberation highlights their cages. Jung warned, nothing has a stronger influence on children than the unlived life of the parent. Replace parent with person, and the truth remains. Unlived lives breed bitterness. Your aura whispers, you could fly too. And that's the problem. Most would rather clip wings than risk the fall. But you've tasted the sky. No amount of their resentment could ground you now. 12th, you linger in rooms long after exiting. People replay your words, your laugh, the way you held their gaze. Spaces you've touched feel different, lighter, charged, alive. Jung described this as the transcendent function, the energy that bridges conscious and unconscious realms. Your aura does this physically. You don't just pass through life, you alter its fabric. Like a stone dropped in a pond, your ripples outlive the splash. Friends describe you as unforgettable, not because you perform, but because you presence. You showed up, fully, irrevocably. And that kind of truth leaves scars, beautiful ones. Finally, the 13th sign. Your aura is earned, not inherited. This radiance, it's forged in midnight hours, the battles with doubt, the dances with despair. You've faced your shadow and whispered, "Teach me." Jung wrote, as far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. Your light wasn't gifted, it was clawed from the dark. Every scar, every failure, every rebirth lives in your energy field. You don't glow because life spared you. You glow because it didn't. And now your aura hums with hard-won wisdom. It doesn't shout, "Look at me." It murmurs, "Look within." So, if these signs resonate, know this. Your power isn't a fluke. It's a testament, a living prayer. The world needs auras like yours, uncompromising, unafraid, unbroken. Yes, you'll unsettle. Yes, you'll awaken. That's the cost of burning bright in a half-lit world. Jung's words ring truer now. The collective unconscious reacts to what it hasn't yet integrated. You're that reaction, that invitation. Walk softly, but don't dim. The right eyes will find your light. The right souls will recognize home.